Yeah,
Marty, you're supposed to do the punchline.
You got one?
The awkward offensive punchline to the joke.
What was the one you were going to do last week before Adriano said poo?
Poo. No, I don't remember what it was.
All right, we'll move on. Hello and welcome. You got something now?
No.
Welcome to episode 6 of Day 1 Patch. I am Ryan Johnson, and we have a very special episode today. Most of it's focused on the big announcement, and you probably know what that is, the PS4. With me today to talk about it, Ellen has returned.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Matt Lawrence.
Oh.
Adriano Petty.
Hello.
And
Is that good? Right there in the mic? Was that
that's very good, thank you. and Marty Isaacs.
Hello there.
So yeah, let's start off with what we're playing. And since Ellen, you have the seat to my left, we're starting with you.
No pressure.
Do iPad games count?
Any kind of game, console, PC, mobile, anything.
Infinity Blade was free, so I downloaded that.
And how'd you like that?
It's pretty cool. You play through the generations and
Yeah. I played that game on my iPhone, which was a lot more difficult.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm not
I like
bragging,
it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Matt, what are you up to?
I've been playing some Dynasty Warriors as usual.
You said
On
that
my
last
Vita.
week.
On my
But every
Vita,
week, I think.
Every week. But I've also this time not just that. I've been playing some Black Ops 2 and some Crisis 3.
Okay, good. New game. Very good. Adriano.
I am still powering through. Let's say Crisis, Dead Space 3.
Yeah.
But I think I'm one more sitting on that thing.
You said you beat it, though, right?
No, I'm.
You haven't beaten it.
No, I want to
Okay.
beat it. I want to play it 3 times. I intend on playing that game 3 times.
Okay.
But one more sitting, I think I'm good. I'll have a final review of it for next week.
No, very nice. A little bit delayed, but I like it. That's good. Marty?
I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Skate 3.
Now you have the
Two
ultimate
threes in
version.
there.
Yeah.
Do you not have the ultimate version of that game?
I do have the ultimate version of the game. It's like twice as many characters.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah.
And I've been playing probably a little bit older games, but Flower and Journey, who are made by that game company.
Now, did you just buy Journey? Like
I bought the 3-pack. Comes with Flower, Journey, and Flow.
Oh,
All
okay.
by the same company.
They're on a disc, right?
What's weird is it's on a disc. You pop the disc in, you start it up, and it gives you this menu where you can select the game. You select it. It says go to the XMB to download.
What the heck?
You go to the XMB. There's a disc underneath the playable disc. You click on that. There's all the same games, and you install it onto your PS3. And so I really don't need the disc anymore. I can just play it on my PS3 without the disc.
But that's the same thing they're kind of doing with PC games, right? Where, like, for example, I just bought Crisis. It installed on Origin. Now it's an Origin game that I just didn't have to use 20 gigs of my bandwidth to download, and I'm
Yeah.
good.
I have a question.
Yep.
Wasn't Journey originally a download-only game?
Yeah, all 3 were.
All of them were.
So they released a disc so that you could download the game?
It's a little weird.
Are you
Because
pro-
I don't have a lot of hard drive space left on my PS3. So I said, I'll buy the game on disc. I won't have to use up space on my hard drive. And yeah, I got to install them anyways.
That doesn't make sense to me.
They're very nice games. Beautiful games. And Journey was the first game to have its soundtrack nominated in the Oscars. Or not the Oscars, the Grammys.
Good stuff.
So that's pretty cool. Let's move on. Marty, do you have an app for us today? Ellen,
I
you
do.
have a pretty
Ellen-
cool app.
Ellen
I
does.
do. It's called Tiny Solar, I think. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, Tiny Solar. You start off as like this little asteroid. You crash into other asteroids to become bigger, and then you become planets and stars and black holes.
What is the final objective of this game?
You can smash other planets and stars with your planets, and as a black hole, your goal is to absorb everything and become like the giant super black hole.
So now you told me some of like your planets have like turrets on them and stuff. What is that for?
Yeah, so your planets get these, you can generate little starships, and then they'll go out and like hunt and protect you and destroy anything that comes near you. And then your planets get turrets to attack anything that comes near you as well.
But if you're a star, what can kind of hurt you aside from a black hole?
Well, if you crash into another star, you lose mass, and then you get smaller, and then you can be demoted to a planet again.
Pretty cool. And it was free, right?
Yep.
Even though they have a free version, so it's limited time, I assume.
Yeah, the limited time, the full version was free.
Do you know how much it will be once it's not free?
I think it was 99 cents.
No, so still not too bad.
Are there
Yeah.
microtransactions?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. if there
Well,
was.
not on the paid one. Not if it's paid. Not usually.
Are there microtransactions in Angry Birds? Aren't those paid?
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Okay. Adriano's the new host of Day One Patch. I've been dethroned.
I've too been dethroned.
From your
Your laziness and not getting an app ready.
No. School is stressful.
I have
Leave it at that.
the same program. You have no excuse.
It's totally different.
He's got to come over and do it on another computer, which he doesn't own the software.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's move on. Let's get some of the smaller stories out of the way before we get to the big stuff. But this kind of ties in. This is Watch Dogs from Ubisoft. This is the big thing during last E3. One of the only new IPs we saw at last E3.
Save D3.
Yeah, and I think everyone's excited for it. But do you think that we're going to see this game come out on the PS4?
Yes, I said definitely.
Yes.
They've confirmed that, right?
I believe
Confirmed
now
for the PS4.
in the post show with game trailers. I can't remember who was the rep from Ubisoft said it was running on a PC designed for like a PS4.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dev kit sort of deal.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. What I meant was
I don't think it was an official dev kit. I think it was just their PC, like a PC running.
Like same specs.
Yeah.
Okay.
what I meant was Sony announced that the PS4 will be launching holiday season 2013. So does this mean we're going to see Watch Dogs in 2013, or do you think it's not going to be launched until launch window?
I could see maybe launch window.
I don't think it's gonna be launch title. Not
Yeah.
day one.
Now, what I'm wondering though,
That would be a seller of consoles. You know.
Mm-hmm.
now because what title was it that was going to be on both PS3 and PS4? A couple of them, right?
I think
Watch Dogs
Watch
is one
Dogs
of
even. Watch
Watch
Dogs
Dogs
is
is going to
one.
be both on PS3. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I will very much like a 360 version. Because at E3 they had a 360 controller they were using.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Dogs would make really good use of that like new cloud gaming thing with all the players they showed on the map.
How so?
Like you could have, because like since everything kind of streams now, like you could like if you all hop onto one server, it would like work a lot better because like it's such a big world
Mm-hmm.
with the cloud like streaming games. It would load a lot better and that sort of deal. It'd be like a lot less bandwidth for you and like it wouldn't rely on a host like one guy to have really good connection for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not 100% sure how that multiplayer is gonna work in that game.
No one knows. Yeah, it's weird.
They're very like not a lot of details have come out. These are the only two things we saw: the little demo at E3 and then the one at the PlayStation. conference.
Again, in the post show interview, he was saying how they wanted to kind of close the gap on what multiplayer and single player is. Like it was never going to be just a single player, or just going to be a multiplayer. Like it was always going to be both are going to be there.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Keighley was like, well, then what if somebody just wants to not have that? It's like obviously we're going to give the option to the player to turn that off completely, but
Well, this is kind of cool
They take advantage of it.
because like Destiny, Bungie's new game for
That looks fucking
for
amazing.
multi-platform, it's kind of the same deal. They're not really calling it an MMO, but it is still like people can help you on missions and stuff.
Yeah. They didn't give it the conventional genre title.
Yeah, and so I think that's kind of like what Watch Dogs would be. You know, someone can just kind of hop in and help you out if you need it.
I have a crazy theory that Watch Dogs is secretly an Assassin's Creed game or takes place in the Assassin's Creed universe.
That actually makes kind of sense because it's like the modern version, like the Desmond.
It would finally be the 2012 era.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
And then
I don't think so, but
yeah,
that'd be
I
funny.
don't think so either. But like as you're walking around and you have like all the digital information come up, like it very much looked like an anime style interface.
Mm-hmm.
And back at the E3 when they're walking around, I'm like, this is virtually just Assassin's Creed, just in 2012 or 2013.
Yeah,
like this is what it looks like.
So while we were talking about Ubisoft, Ellen has a little gripe with them, and we did have a rant about this. Was it last week? I think we ranted about Ubisoft. Tell us your thoughts on that, Ellen.
I was thoroughly cheesed. I could use a different word, but I'd rather not.
Oh, go ahead. We don't mind.
I was fucking pissed off at them.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive, then they turn around and not only push it back to September, but
If you go back and listen to the last weeks, I was as a gamer I was pissed off that they did that. But as an Xbox 360 owner, I was thrilled that they did that.
I have a 360 too, but I wanted it to be a Wii U. I wanted to be rubbing in the face of PS3 and Xbox and say, hi, I've got this fantastic game, and you don't.
And now you can't.
Oh my god.
Oh well. As much as I want to rant and rage about it, I still love Ubisoft, and I had planned to boycott, but now I'm kind of retracting that.
Well, they've tried to mend things a little bit. They're offering what is it? A challenge mode?
Yeah, it's like an online kind of
Exclusive
leaderboard thing where every couple of they mentioned daily and weekly challenges that you can participate in, just to kind of tie you over to September. But
What are the challenges going to be? Like, is it going to be like time trials or something like that? Like,
yeah,
what
I
is
mean,
it?
a lot of the Rayman stuff is centered around time trials, or like even the music-based levels. Like I know in the demo they have the Black Betty
Yeah,
demo, and
that's what sold me on the system
I
itself.
also heard about another exclusive demo to the Wii U.
Yes.
Is that happening too?
Exclusive game or
Exclusive demo.
demo of
A
Rayman.
new
Okay.
And like an
Yeah.
additional demo just for the Wii U, because people are cheesed.
cheesed.
And also this is the second delay it went through. Did it not get delayed once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be a release title, and they didn't want to compete with Mario, so they pushed it back. And now
That's
they have to
so
compete
funny.
with Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my goodness.
I don't care though with Grand Theft Auto. I'm not like it
No.
takes them 4 years to make a game.
But it
But
is one of
also,
the
I don't-
most popular games to
I don't
come.
think Rayman fans are the same fans as
Yeah, that's fine.
GTA.
I'm not surprised Grand Theft Auto is delayed, but I remember you pointing this out that they did release posters with the May release date on it for Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was stupid.
What
Yeah.
what game was releasing the same day as some other big title? I think it might have been Skyrim, and they sent like Bethesda like something that said like Bring It On or something like that. It was a title that they knew were going to get dwarfed by
I know what
Skyrim.
you're talking about. I don't remember the title now
I don't
though.
remember the game was.
I know
but-
Wreck-It Ralph came out that day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
and I were discussing
Was
that.
that for, that wasn't for Skyrim. That was Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's right too.
No,
yeah.
but now that you mentioned it, I do remember something coming out the same day as Skyrim. I don't remember what though. Let's look it up.
whoever has the tablet.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google that shite.
The day one patch information team hard at work.
What should I search?
Something.
Skyrim release date. Find that and go games released on whatever date.
Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna take a while.
While they look for that, let's move on to another quick story. Rock Band. If you all remember Rock Band, who loves Rock Band here?
I
Rock Band.
love
That's
Rock
good
Band.
stuff.
I have pumped a lot of money into the DLC, which is not even on my own system. It's on my friend's system.
Well, spend money no more because their DLC is ending.
It's a lot of shit on there.
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was like 4,000 songs
Something
over
like that.
272 consecutive weeks or something
Yeah.
like that. Crazy amount of songs.
Uh,
You could probably play forever.
yeah, you could. Ellie, you have.
Yeah, the only other game that I have listed on this website, I don't know what it's VG releases, is Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7.
Was that it?
No, I don't think so.
That would be hilarious.
November 11th, 2011. And then
it might have been Little Big Planet karting.
no, that was more recent than that, wasn't it?
I know, but is the story older than that? Possibly.
You sure it was Skyrim?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well,
Oh, Dark Souls. Was it Dark Souls?
As
no.
the big title?
Yes.
That's not that huge of a title.
But was that released on the same day?
Not gonna get it.
Hold on.
Well, keep searching. We'll come back. But yeah, the Rock Band DLC. Do you guys think this is finally like the end of the music? Aside from the dancing games, because Harmonix still has like the good. Was it Just for Dance? I think is that Harmonix?
Mm-hmm.
They make one of those dance games. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, Just Dance is
people still
Ubi.
play.
Just Dance.
People have party nights
No.
specifically for.
Just Dance is Ubisoft. So it has to be Dance Central, right?
Dance Central. That's right.
People still like have parties like they would with Smash Bros. I think you're having.
I'm having a Rock Band party next week.
Yeah. And a lot of the karaoke and the singing and the rock band stuff, fucking popular in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the number. Like that's what everybody plays.
Well, that's what SingStar. SingStar's European, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess that's bigger there than it is here.
Yeah. A lot of like the peripheral stuff. It's big there. So.
No. Next is the Vita, which has not been selling too greatly.
It's
Let's
all
just
right
say
for
it's not been
handheld.
selling good at all.
At all?
It's not selling good
It's
at all.
not selling good.
Have you saw any recent purchases?
No. Like probably the last time I sold a Vita was like 2 months
What
ago.
about the games? Any games going
Th-
on?
There's no games
When
for
those go
it.
down low,
But-
I might scoop one up for shits and giggles.
There's
and
no.
giggles
The
ain't
only
worth
reason
that
I
money.
want it is for Katamari. And it's like,
That game's fantastic on the Vita.
is
It's
it? Just rub it
fantastic.
in, why don't you?
I'm sorry.
You can have my Vita at this point. I mean, I don't even touch
Well,
it.
don't do that, Ryan Johnson. We gotta play Resistance.
I'm not touching that game again. I'm sorry, man.
The biggest complaint is that there's no games for it.
Yeah, and I hope they fix that soon. But
And the price is ridiculous.
It's
Well-
been over a year now, or no, 22nd, isn't it? The 22nd of February it came out last year.
Holy crap, that's a long time.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marty, you mentioned the price cut. Not here in North America.
Nope.
Only in Japan, and it's not by that much. Like here in North America, it's like $250 just for the console itself.
That's ridiculous.
If you do the conversion from yen, to American dollars, it's like $213 is the new price.
Okay.
But there is that
215.
bundle though. That's really good, right? You buy like
If you want a Vita now, get the bundle because you get the memory card, which is like 4 gigs, and then
Yep.
you get a game. Which
game.
you can get Black Ops or Assassin's Creed.
And
if
there's
you
a
get-
Madden one as well.
There's a Madden one too.
Yeah.
Now they come with exclusive ones. Do you know of anything that like is there like an Assassin's Creed logo on it or anything like that?
I think it's just the black.
that was only with the PSPs they did that. I don't think they've done that with the Vitas yet.
The Madden
No.
one is white though, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm really pulling for the Vita, but we'll see.
I'd get the Assassin's Creed one.
Play it every day, man.
Really?
Every day. Dynasty Warriors is on there.
I'm not a big fan of any of one of those 3 bundles, but that'd be the one I'd go for.
Mm.
Not Madden or Black Ops.
And Black Ops wasn't even Black Ops. It was bad.
It was come on.
It was poo
It
ops.
was. Yeah.
It was poo off. Well, let's move on to the big story of the week. Next generation is upon us. We're already seeing our first entry from Nintendo having troubles as of right now.
I wouldn't even call it next generation. I'd call that like
Jeez.
0.5 generation.
I would
It's in
too.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in limbo.
And the same problem with the Vita. There's no games for it.
What, the Wii U?
Yeah.
This is why I'm
They're
not buying
working on it.
PlayStation 4.
Working on it, but it's too long. I mean,
They got the virtual console to tie you over.
They want to dude, can you download DS games
No.
from they want to increase sales? Just port over every single DS game ever made. to
I'd
the Nintendo
buy a
Switch.
lot, yeah.
I'd buy that.
Those games would only be available on like the 3DS eShop though, wouldn't you think?
If they get by licensing. But like you have a touchscreen in front of you and you have a bigger screen in front of you there.
That'd be
So
pretty
there-
cool.
so
Oh,
there's
yeah,
your
that would
two
be really cool.
screens.
If only Nintendo knew how much
I
money
should
they
be-
got.
fucking hire people like us.
I would be in charge and I would do all kinds of crazy
Now,
stuff with
here's a
them.
question: when the PS2 and the last gen released, like PS2, Xbox 360, all them, they were relatively successful. How many games did they have on average per week when they
Oh
released?
goodness, I don't remember.
Like, was there a lot, or was it like around now and we're just being greedy at this point?
I think it's a bit of both. I think we were greedy, but they did have better titles to choose from.
Because I think back then there were less released titles. I think there were like 5 released titles, and they were slowly being rolled out.
For which console?
Like, for example, Xbox. I know I got it launch day.
Yeah.
There were like 5 games.
the Xbox selection altogether is fucking shit.
But I mean, like, back then it was still doing well. I don't know. I'm just wondering if we're just more or less being greedy at this point, or whether we're just used to having games slowly being released rather than, because there's quite a lot of launch titles, just not a lot of launch window titles.
Yeah, but I'll bring you guys up to speed just on what the whole conference was about. It was the PlayStation meeting, took place in New York on Wednesday night, last Wednesday, and they announced the PS4. They didn't show it. What do you guys think about that? Not showing it.
They didn't show the
worried.
console.
Shady.
Who cares?
You think it's shady?
Yeah.
Why?
Tell me what it looks like. Don't tell me what I can do.
I don't think they know what it looks like yet.
But the Nintendo kind of
Yeah.
did the same thing too. They just showed a video. They never showed the system itself. They just showed the controller.
Yeah, but
Well, they could see it in the background of the Nintendo
But they
videos.
cause confusion because people are like, is it just a redesigned Wii? And
no,
people
everyone
walk
thought
out
that you just
confused.
buy the gamepad separately.
Yeah, so now Sony's not even showing a new console, and it's kind of
Here's the
weird.
controller.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
And my theory is on it that they're just not done finishing up the designs on it yet, or whatever.
But-
Or they're going to announce it for E3. They need something to show at E3 so Microsoft doesn't just take the whole stage and just be like, here's our new console. What do you got, Sony? You know?
Durango.
Yeah, the codename Durango.
Do you think that it was premature then to release it now?
No,
Mm.
I think it was very smart for Sony to jump out in front this time. Because they set a pretty high bar in my...
Yeah.
Their stocks,
As
too.
for me, I'm 360 over PS3, and I'm going to buy a PS4 as of now.
Yeah.
So again, I have to. You told me to wait to see what Xbox does.
Mhm.
Wait to see the price, my man.
If it's my brother already said he'll buy a next gen console with me, so he'll go half.
Well, I do have news on the price. Sony said they are flexible on the price.
Yeah, flexibility.
What does that mean, though?
I'll tell you what that means. They said the architecture choice we have made this time around has allowed us not to invest to create dedicated factories and conducting factories and things like that. So that helps in order for us to provide an affordable price to consumers.
Now, again, like, I guess kind of seems that it stands. I don't really understand that. How does that work?
Because with the whole cell processor with the PS3 and stuff, they had to create dedicated factories to make that hardware for the PS3.
Oh, okay, I get
Now
it.
that they're using standard PC PC hardware, they can just make it at any factory, so they don't need to build new ones. saving the consumer money.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Because I read the blurb when I was on my phone, and I was like, I still didn't understand it, but that makes sense now.
But Matt, you're our resident tech guy, so what do you think about the hardware specs so far?
I'm a bit worried about the processor being x86, which is 32-bit architecture.
Yeah, explain that to us.
Well,
Layman's.
typically 32-bit software, at least like OSs in that, can only access 3 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I realize this is a processor architecture and it's not the software, but generally, if you have 8 gigs of RAM, you have a 64-bit operating system, and in turn, you have a 64-bit architecture processor. And they said that it's been 3 decades of the processor architecture, which makes it easy to code on, which I agree with, but I'm worried about how they're going to integrate. I think it's going to hurt them. I think it's going to hurt the performance.
Wait, I thought it was the other way around. You said it says x86 is a 32-bit.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so then how come on my 64-bit version of Windows, I have an x86 folder in my C drive? What is that? I have a program files, and I have program files bracket x86. What's the difference?
Well, I know, unless I'm mistaking something, I thought that they said 32-bit. I'm trying to think now. I'm gonna do some googling. Give me a second.
Give me a tablet.
Someone look this up. But yes, like okay, regardless of which, they did say that it was a 32-bit processor from what I was told.
Okay. And
from how my understanding of that, it might I don't know for sure. They have a lot of chips on there, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about in a bit. But I think it might hurt them. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they said multiple times during the conference that they went to developers, and developers have confirmed this already, that Sony came to them, asked them what they wanted, and that's what they chose.
16, 32, and or 64.
Yeah, but why does x86 mean 32-bit? x86 does mean 32-bit because on mine it says x64. I know that for sure. It's weird, but regardless of, I think there's actually now there's actually confusion because what Adriano was saying now, since we're using different parts, if x86 in nowadays can actually mean different bits, that's more confusion now because if they're not showing the console and they're not giving us a straight up answer for that, unless we're misunderstanding something, then there's more confusion.
Okay, well
it says here, general purpose 16-bit, 6 semi-dedicated registers, 32-bit, 6 GPRs, plus EBP and ESP, then 64, 16 GPRs, plus RBP and RSP.
we know what that means.
That's a lot of numbers you just threw at me.
Most of them are actually letters.
Or whatever.
But yeah, let's move on to the graphics processor. Now they didn't actually list one, but they said it was a PC gaming GPU. So Matt, what do you think about that?
For a console, it'd be good. Like if you looked at the equivalent in like a PC nowadays, it probably wouldn't be that great. But as I've said on previous shows, since hardware is a lot faster than software, and like PCs do a lot of software emulation, that sort of thing, it will be really good. And then plus the RAM, now that we have like a lot more RAM than we did before, I think we had 256 megabytes before, we'll be allowed to do like cross-game chat and all the cloud services very well and everything all at the same time. So from PS3 to PS4, it's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
One more thing I just found about this x86 thing is it refers to a family of processors. So my understanding of 32-bit in that, and Adriano could be correct here, what it could be is that it's actually is 64-bit, but I'm thinking in the PC world where x86 is generally 32-bit. So what I'm thinking is because this is probably not like an Intel like i5 or something like that, right? Like it's it's like a Sony. It's not a Sony processor, but it's like a proprietary processor for the PlayStation. They could actually be running 64-bit, but the fact that they said for the last 3 decades, it sounds like it's 32-bit.
I think they're just saying that it's one of the standards for the last 3 decades. It's something that developers use and trust.
Yes, that's
not that they're using it that's like 3 decades old or anything.
I know that comment still worried me because it kind of seemed like they were beating around the bush around there.
I always find it weird why they never give you just tell you the specs of the console.
I know,
Because they're probably not done building it.
But even with the PS3, if you go look it up, you can't even find like stuff you can comprehend. It's just all over the place. It's really kind of annoying.
Yeah, because like why didn't they just end the confusion right there instead of saying x86 or x64? When they just say we have a 62-bit, this is our bloody blah processor, the name of it.
Yeah,
give us the name of it. Come on.
So, but
it's weird.
And local storage, which is kind of important.
Now, will it I don't know if this was explored. Will it also include expansions, or will it be like an internal switch out, or was that not talked about?
Because we didn't see the system itself. We don't know.
All they said was local storage, and that was it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be at least 500 gigs.
Has to be.
Yeah. But if you guys
especially
are saying,
if they're really pushing the downloadable games and stuff.
yeah, if you guys are saying though before the show that it's gonna be solid state drive would be too expensive.
That's what I've heard.
Maybe not.
At
That point wouldn't be a 500 gig hard drive. What would that be?
256.
256, yeah.
If you want to get a 512, then
Maybe
that'd be
512.
too expensive.
Now, but the problem is an SSD will still drive up the price a lot.
Yeah.
That'll be like 50% of the console price. So maybe they'll give you the option to switch it out if you want.
Or just connect their own externals.
That too.
Hubs, USB hubs into USB hubs. Just have all those drives.
That's like a little matrix
do
going
right now.
on.
Well, that's Nintendo's plan for the Wii U. I'm sorry, I don't mean to point at you when I say Nintendo.
Yes, you do.
But they said plug in a hard drive, basically,
32 gigs is
Or the
fucking
SD card.
or SD cards. But what's the highest you can get SD card?
32 gigs.
Yeah,
I've seen a 32 gigs.
I think I've seen 64.
Even that?
Yeah.
we're all waiting for that 1 terabyte USB stick from CES, right?
Yeah, it's
That's gonna be so expensive.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of the conference overall? Was
And
it
then
good?
and then your pocket's gonna have a hole in it. Gone.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrible. But what do you guys think about the conference overall? Just in terms of the information they brought us and stuff.
I was entertained.
It was exciting. Yeah, it wasn't a
Yeah.
boring event
Yeah,
at all.
usually I'm pretty bored by Sony stuff.
It wasn't as flashy as E3 is, but I thought it was nice kind of
Yeah.
tell us what's new and stuff.
The main guy, the guy who was showcasing the controller,
Mm-hmm.
found him to be a little awkward.
Oh yeah, he's like their new hardware guy though. so.
He looks like he honestly looked like a guy that would be on the 6 o'clock news for like a wanted thing.
Oh, I was not
It's a
expecting you to say
different
that.
definition of awkward than I have.
Okay, wow. He's the guy behind some of the Crash Bandicoot games, wasn't he? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I thought they said 2 of them. I
They even
wasn't
played
sure.
the Crash music because Marty pointed
Yeah,
out.
as soon as the first guy came out, the
Crash
one,
Bandicoot was awesome.
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot 3, I love that
I
game.
like 2.
2 was good too,
Yeah.
but 3 has a special place in my heart.
So let's talk about this new controller. Gone is the DualShock 3, and in is the DualShock 4. It's essentially the prototype one we talked about last week. What do you guys think? Cool.
I
Bad?
thought it looked uglier than the prototype.
I don't like the knobs.
The thumbsticks?
The thumbsticks.
You're still
they're-
upset with the thumbsticks.
No, I don't like they look. They have like an inner ring of each.
They're like concave now.
Like,
Oh.
the like 360 ones.
Yeah.
I
They-
thought there were still like there's like a little bump in the middle.
No, it
Nope.
goes in, not out.
They look a little stubby too. They don't look as big as the other
Yeah.
ones.
I have noticed that they're further apart now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
No thumb bumping.
That's bad for me. I have little thumbs.
Well, no, your hand
but
will
you're
still
still
fit.
they're not sharing one.
No, but for the end of the controller to get inwards.
No,
Oh no, wait.
nothing's changed with the radius of the analog stick itself.
They're still like the right one is still the same distance away.
I don't
from
like
the X
PS3
button.
controllers anyway.
Yeah, I don't really. Like,
Xbox.
ever since I held the Xbox One, I never liked the DualShocks.
Well, you haven't tried this one yet. I will say that. And they fixed the triggers. They said.
Yeah, they actually look like triggers.
Another cool
Oh,
feature.
look, they got a little bump. Look.
See anything, Marty?
Oh, it goes in and then it comes back
Yeah.
out.
Let me
exactly.
see. Let me
Yeah.
see.
What the F?
Let me see.
This type of
Ooh.
confusion is not good after a conference. I think
That's a good
'Cause-
point, actually.
because like what the heck's going on here? We're fighting over like
That looks
our
a little-
processor architecture and controller concavity and
like me and Ryan were sitting there watching it, and I said I
Oh,
liked
that's
what
dumb.
they saw, but I didn't like what they didn't show.
yeah.
It scared me.
The console scares me.
Yeah.
Like,
But back to the controller, it also has a touch panel on it. No idea what that's for. They haven't
They-
showed off
they
that
didn't
yet.
show
Even
that
fucking
off.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
didn't they show a rear touchpad as well?
No.
No.
The on the back is the light. There's a light sensor.
Oh, that's
thingy.
right.
The material on the back side of it looks like it'd be comfortable.
Well, that's handy.
Like the grips underneath. It looks like it looks like the BlackBerry material, whatever the fuck's on the back of that.
If it feels
Yeah,
like a
almost
playbook,
looks, it almost looks like those
I'm in.
third party ones with the rubber.
Yeah.
The third party controllers with like the rubber. It probably isn't actually rubber,
sounds
but it looks like it.
Controllers are pretty sweaty right now. They need to have some sort of cooling system.
This thing though looks like it'd have a good smell out of the box.
Oh.
You know, a new
Okay,
hardware
yeah.
smell. It looks like this would be the best one out there.
If that's what turns you on.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most notable features is the share button. What this allows you to do is take the last, like, I think 15 minutes. You can cut it down. You can edit it. And you can post it to Facebook. No Twitter. I didn't see any Twitter options.
Well, Twitter doesn't accept videos, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Short ones.
Yeah, short ones.
No, okay. Maybe it's like the too high quality or something.
But you can share more than just the videos. But there was no mention of Twitter.
What I don't get is, okay, so let's assume there's no start or select button on there that we saw,
No.
which
there
is
was
probably
not.
going to be on the screen.
There was an options button and then the share button on the
Okay.
opposite side.
So why even bother? Like, why not just put all your buttons on that screen?
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked big enough to have. Hell's Fours.
It's not a screen. It's a touchpad.
Isn't it like the
It's
Vita?
not gonna have like a little display on it.
I thought it was like the Vita touchpad, wasn't it? Kind of on the front, like it was not the same material.
They said it was similar to the back touchpad of the Vita.
Yeah, the back of the touchpad, but it's on the front.
Like
Yeah.
there's not gonna be any lights or display on it.
I don't think so. No.
No,
No.
it's just like that black, like the black.
Probably
like,
was
matte
on when
material.
they showed it to you. There's just nothing on it.
And I'm a little bit. They didn't.
That's weird.
They said you can see what like player you are by the color of your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no more like little indicator lights.
Nope.
So I'm red, so I'm player 1 or something.
Yep.
Well, he was holding up a blue one, so let's assume blue is one.
Blue. Yeah.
Didn't they do that with the Move controllers
Yeah,
too?
the
Yeah.
controllers are different colors.
It works exactly the same as a move. So it like the camera sense where your controller is.
My Move never picked up my color for those pictures. Remember
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
that? The friggin' sports championships. Everyone's holding up a racket, and I'm holding up a yellow ball.
What do you guys think about supporting Move? Like you can actually take your Move controllers and use it with.
Who the F cares?
I don't care.
I
Well,
know, it's
DualShock
ridiculous,
DualShock
right?
3 doesn't
Not
work,
care.
so I mean,
There was only one little presentation of the Move functionality, and that's from Media Molecule with their crazy.
I didn't know
molding.
what they were doing.
Yeah, I don't know how they were doing it, but it was pretty crazy.
It reminded me of the Wii Music presentation when
The-
they had the drummer come out.
Oh yeah,
Are you talking about that sculpting thing?
Yeah.
And they're having that. That was neat.
it's neat, but you're not gonna
Neat.
use it.
I was doing it. Like, ha, 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 ha.
Mm.
I was entertained for a couple minutes.
And this was a big fear from Marty. A couple fears. One was that it will be able to play used games.
Excellent.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there you go.
Yay.
See.
Yeah, I don't. As much as they don't like that, I don't think they're ready to put up a fence with that demographic of gamers.
Also, another thing, it completely slipped my mind. I forgot.
Look back down at your iPad.
It's not on there. I had to think about it. Now it's gone. Oh, does not have to be connected to the internet constantly.
Unlike
it does
the
not?
360 rumors.
Yeah, you can use it like the PS3 is now.
that's awesome. I didn't know that because they have that like extra chip, right, and all that stuff, and all that.
That's all optional, I think.
that's all. That's awesome.
But Matt, you got that link pulled up?
I do.
Okay,
Yep.
with that
1
link?
second here. I'll just actually turn on my phone.
So yeah, they did show off a few games running on the new PS4 or the PC they had in back. So.
Would have been hilarious.
Would
if
you like
Ubisoft was
the-
using an Xbox controller? to
Oh
watch.
yeah. Yeah, tell us what these games are actually confirmed for PS4. They didn't,
Some exclusive, some.
and they didn't really say if it was launch day or launch window. But
Yep. These are confirmed titles. All release dates are to be announced. Other than one other one, I'll go down the list and I'll tell you which one. Okay. So we got Deep Down by
Okay.
developer Capcom.
All right, so let's talk about that one.
Yep.
What do you guys think about that?
no idea what it was.
I forget that one.
The knight fighting the dragon.
The guy that came out and presented it was just really awkward and not.
He was the what Tekken guy?
Yeah. It
I
wasn't-
wanted made a sandwich when
Was
he came out.
the guy that was barely speaking English?
Yeah, he had a translator.
I fucking okay. Mini rant. I hate it when they I know they're CEOs and they have an important part of the company, but you need to be able to admit when you can't communicate when there's a language barrier. Just
Mhm.
don't speak in English.
Nintendo is key for that.
Well,
It is brutal. That's why you have American representatives.
he spoke in English, but then he had a translator speaking.
That's fine, but like he just should have spoke his language right from the beginning. Don't try to do those first couple of sentences.
He's just trying to be like, hey, I'm talking to you guys.
No, it it's not working. Just as we get he doesn't speak English. He doesn't have to try to level with us on with a different language. But okay, going back to the game.
You're the one who found it most impressive, I think.
Yeah, that looked really good. But I think on the way here, you're telling me that people think it's not even. Or who's telling
No,
me?
it's someone was it you?
You.
That was me,
Saying
yeah,
it was
that-
Saying that people
cinematic.
Don't think it's real.
Don't think it was in game like you couldn't control that. It was like a cinematic.
It looked CGI.
Yeah.
There were it was especially there's one shot where he's literally running and then just around the corner, like I think a boulder falls and like it shatters and it breaks and he reacts and his movements were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they did it if they're trying to cheat us. But down in the left corner, did you not see the weapon select icons?
I didn't see that. No.
So there was a mini display there. But he had like 3 icons. In the middle one was a sword and it was lit up.
Okay, well that'd be pretty cool because that looked pretty good.
It looked cool.
Really well done. Yeah.
My point was that at presentations like this, it seems like more of the previews are more CG than what actual gameplay is. And I was wondering if that would be something that would be more cinematic than actual.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't really tell us, so
Didn't,
we
they,
don't
didn't
know.
they start out saying that all the demos they were showing today were being played real time?
You being played real time.
That's
Yeah.
But not
being
live.
Push the
gameplay
play.
real time. I think it would have just been because I'm going to point something else when we get down to Drive Club. But okay, what's next on?
Oh, stupid.
Destiny by Bungie.
Okay.
Cool
yeah.
beans.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yep. I am excited.
I'm not a big fan of the Halo.
Yeah, neither am I, but I'm excited.
I enjoy the Halo. Not a big fan of the Halo. But Destiny looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to see what Bungie can do.
You can completely customize your character. It is each character is unique to itself.
Yeah. And I do like the world. It's post-apocalyptic, but I think what they did with it is a lot better than what most post-apocalyptic games. And it's like here's it's brown and it's gray, but then they have a bunch of color and stuff. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be a very beautiful game.
And it's an MMO, but not an MMO.
I don't like when they use things like that. I hate that.
So someone said it's not massive. It's like tiny.
What?
It's a TMO.
Okay, I'm moving on to the next game. We don't really need to discuss this one. Diablo 3 by Blizzard Entertainment.
Well, I think it's interesting just to talk about it for a bit, just because I heard that Blizzard was saying, "Oh, we have Diablo 3 running on a PS3. It's not coming to you guys though. Sorry." And so now they're finally bringing it to the PS4 and was it PS3 too?
Yeah, he said it's PS3 and PS4.
Well, they're making a new game mode for so that you can play all 4 characters, 4-player co-op on one couch on one screen.
That was cool.
I saw that
was cool.
tweeted.
Yeah, bring back local co-op.
Okay, forgive my ignorance, but is this Blizzard's first console?
In a long.
They did their big pitch where they're like, console gaming's in our blood. It's in our DNA. And then they're like, one of our first games was console, and then they switched to PC. But yeah, they are bringing it back.
First console one in a long time.
Because I don't remember any.
Diablo 1 and StarCraft 1 were really old.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
Good.
I'm a panda.
All right, here's a Jono's game, Drive Club by Evolution
I'm
Studios.
excited.
No,
Stupid title.
I know it's a stupid title, but I love it.
they registered it 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Quick question to all of you: if you had to pick one genre of gaming that you can only play for the rest of your gaming career, what genre would it be?
RPG.
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 Not an RPG.
Racing.
Really?
Yes. I had like a secret fetish for racing.
Do those left turns, man.
Yeah. But I was really excited. I'm really excited for that game. What I did notice though, I know I was talking to you about this on the way.
Yes.
So I know that was if you notice, it's first person view and he's looking in the hood of the car or trunk of the car where the engine is. He slams it down. He walks over. He gets in the car. Did you guys notice what happened? I don't know if it was like a feed fail or whatever, but it dims to black. Like he's literally sitting there with his hands up. It dims to black and then comes back up and then he just begins the race. So I don't know if that was like.
What do you think that is though?
I don't know if it was like the one before it was like a pre-rendered or like a CG movie being played.
Okay.
I thought that's what it was.
And then it goes into gameplay, or if like that was just like a quick substitution for like a loading screen.
Okay.
But that black screen really makes me nervous.
Just because visual wise?
Yeah, like just the fact that they had for some reason had to go to a black screen before the race began.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but that did not sit well.
What's really cool about this game is their attention to detail, I think.
It was they painstakingly measured out every single.
And they were talking about the suede on the seats, and that when your body touches them, you know how when you touch suede you can push it in 2 different directions, and it's darker or lighter.
And
the suede in the car does that
fun.
apparently. Yeah. And so I love any time they say.
How many times are you gonna do that?
I would sit there all day.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
love
sit there
Slade.
for 5 minutes once.
Huh? Yeah, it'd be great.
They
So
did-
I might pick up that game.
They did say it was only first person though, did they not?
Yes,
So that, I don't know. That kind of bothers me. But
Yeah,
I only race in first person.
Me
or
too.
cockpit view.
same here.
I like first person, but not cockpit view. I just like when the camera's just on front of the car.
No, I don't know. I like to see the hood and.
Yeah, I'll take the hood even.
alrighty. Final Fantasy PlayStation 4. That's in brackets, so probably
next.
not an official title yet by Square Enix, of course.
I'm not a big fan of
No, it's practically official. They're just gonna tag a number at the end.
Yeah, whichever number. They do.
13-4.
13-4.
Confirmed. You can hold us to it.
Lightning returns again. That's what I'd like to see.
I can't stand that. I don't like that series. That's much my opinion, though. We got
I
Infamous
like
Second
it.
Son.
Okay.
Infamous Second Son.
This is a little weird, eh? Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't call it Infamous. What's it? 3?
3.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't know what it was when we were watching it. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it was
What?
really weird.
They
Is that-
set it
is
up
that
like it was
Infamous?
Watch Dogs.
Yeah. They said like Watch Dogs. I'm like, this sounds like Watch Dogs, and then they're going through. I'm like, okay, it's a superpower game. Like this kind of sounds like Infamous.
It looked a lot like Prototype, actually.
It was kind of ridiculous because you're right. The guy at the beginning, he's like, there are like 50,000 cameras in this place, and they're all watching all the time.
That was creepy,
1,200
man.
of us in here right now, which means 4 of us are being monitored.
Yeah.
That creeped me out. I was
then
like,
he's
where
like-
is he
And then
going
they-
with
He's
this?
Infamous.
Perfect strip of lighting over his face.
But the whole point of this is like, I don't want to give a spoiler away about Infamous 2, but
I'm never
this
gonna
is
play
in the
it, anyways.
future. This is past Cole, and I guess a bunch of people have powers now. And they're kind of there's good guys with powers and bad guys with powers, and they're kind of fighting and stuff. So
I think that they should have just ended the series with number 2. I think they're dragging it out. I think it should be a new IP.
I wouldn't mind a third if it was like Cole again.
Yeah, if it was Cole, yeah, that's what I mean. I think they're drawing it out,
Yeah.
drawing it out a bit too much.
I wasn't very impressed with the Infamous thing. I thought the CG, especially the mysterious agent figure watching the monitors,
Oh yeah,
the hair was really poorly rendered. like it looked like Capcom PlayStation 2 era hair.
Oh
It
yeah,
did
I
not
know you're
look
talking
good
about.
Did not look good at all.
Yeah.
That bothered me.
All right, next game. This is fantastic, by the way. Killzone Shadowfall by Guerrilla Games.
This was like a full 9-minute video they showed of
that looked
Killzone.
Nice.
It was
That was
beautiful.
That
I
was
think.
fantastic.
Broke my speakers.
We did break your speakers.
No, but a lot of people, Killzone's criticized for like using like a simple color palette, but this game looked pretty gorgeous. There was like blues in here, and they had like the sunset in the background and the big building exploding and stuff. What do you guys think about the Assassin's Creed guy coming in?
with the hood.
That's the first thing I said. It was like, that guy looks like he's friggin' Ezio.
Yeah. It was really funny, but he just turned out to be a different assassin.
Now, as he's being pulled through the city, you see like the city's exploding, the building exploding, but like, was that whole city being rendered and happening? Like, could he have, like, me as a player, could I just like dropped off
I think he would have died.
and landed in any alleyway and just continued from there?
No, you
No.
probably would have died because of
But
what they wanted.
if they didn't let me die, like, is everything being worked out right there and then?
I don't know.
I think so, because he did say that this is a limitless game.
Yeah.
But then again, that could be very good.
It did look really nice. Like all the buildings look nice.
I also love how every game in the future, every future building has that same look.
Yeah,
Especially like the slanted one that had like the very
Yeah.
exaggerated balconies.
Mm.
we need those now. I like those. I think we should just start a future city somewhere. Just make it look nice.
The time frame of it is fantastic too. They're finally doing the origin.
Is that what the buildings look like? Like not destroyed?
Yeah, no, because did you like that end of the trailer with the wall?
Mm.
That's because the Helghast are fighting the other people. I forget the name of the other people, like the humans, the
Yeah.
ISA eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
They're fighting each other for the right of the planet because like we like pushed them back,
Mm-hmm.
and then they became genetically superior with the mass and all that crap.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Knack by Studios Japan.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that
looking.
looks like fun.
Yeah, it was.
Reminds me. Of,
It
like,
was-
the
it was
first
neat.
it reminds me of the first like Spiral games and Crash Bandicoot games for PS.
I can't play those games anymore. I'm done with them. I think
I
Thank
love
you,
those
Matt.
games.
too much
Grumpy over
Ratchet
here
and
in the
Clank and
corner.
stuff. Too
Jack and
much.
Daxter.
I will play Ratchet and Clank, but not Knack.
Okay.
I thought it was cool when they showcased it being brought over to your Vita.
That's fantastic. Just because it's Vita.
I just don't know how well it's actually gonna go over on a really slow Wi-Fi network.
It might be Bluetooth, man.
Well, I said this.
Get lost in transit.
I said this before the podcast. We don't know what the transfer method is. And I guess, is it running on your PS4?
And just being streamed, because they said it wouldn't be downgraded anyway. Like, it was just like it's full PS4 quality.
Because the screen on the Vita is probably OLED, so it should be able to AMOLED. I forget the name of it, but whatever. It should be able to play the games flawlessly. So as long as something else is processing it, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, this actually confirms our other theories. Watch Dogs is confirmed.
Yep.
By Ubisoft Montreal.
Yay!
What do you guys think about the trailer they showed for Watch Dogs? Little different than the one we saw.
It wasn't as exciting as the last one.
Well,
there was more action in this one though. In the other one, there was very little.
Kind of really.
No, they
I thought the last
did
one
the whole
was-
car thing where they're shooting up the cars and stuff.
They had like a whole shootout last time, and the gas station exploded.
Yeah, it was
but
fantastic.
I don't know why. I was more satisfied. I think maybe because this was during the day.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That makes
And
sense.
you got to see the beauty of the design of the city.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was at night, so it's like they could hide. I think maybe they intentionally did that because they could hide a lot of imperfections if they.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was early on.
Well, the mission they showed at E3 was an actual like story mission, I think, and the one they showed at the Sony conference was a side mission.
Just side mission.
And so you can pick up these side missions because you can kind of like figure out who everyone is
Mm-hmm.
because you walk past like a Iraq war veteran, some rich
Poor
guy,
guy wasn't making a dime.
some rich guy he stole money from, and took money out of the ATM.
Did you not the demo? Did you watch it?
The Watch Dogs one?
Yeah.
No.
You could walk up to anybody and they have like when you scan their face, like it has a story for them. Has like their
Oh, I didn't
occupation,
see
name,
that.
income, any
That was
problems or
cool.
any significant
That's
things.
really
Oh, yeah.
cool.
You walked up to a hobo. It's like Iraq war vet, income 0. And it's like sergeant blah 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 blah.
One of the guys in the first trailer was HIV positive.
Oh,
That's good to know.
Well, Mike Smarty.
I'm just saying.
Can't have a good podcast, man. Shut it off.
Okay. Next one, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt by CD Projekt Red.
Stupid title.
What? The Witcher 3?
Wild Hunt.
Yeah, the Wild Hunt kind of sounds dumb, but Witcher 3 is gonna be awesome.
They didn't show this off at the conference, but they kind of just announced it separately, right?
Yeah. According to this article, according to this is an IGN article. These are confirmed PS4 titles.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
And moving on to The Witness by Thekia Incorporated. I don't know if I'm saying that
I
right.
don't remember what game was that.
I don't know either.
But
I
that was
really
that.
don't.
It was like a forest, and they kind of flew through it, and there was like buildings and stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was.
But regardless, that it's there. It's gonna be out. Good stuff.
Rock and roll.
Is that everything?
That is the whole title. We got some rumored games, but those are not confirmed.
Okay. Well, out of these games, like, what are you guys most excited for?
Killzone.
Yep.
Oh, Destiny too.
Alan?
Destiny.
Destiny? Big Bungie fan over here.
Yeah.
Well, geez, Watch Dogs. Fine. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited for Watch Dogs too. But, what was the? They also showed The Witness.
That's
Yeah.
that's the one I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah,
I
about that.
don't remember what it was.
It was like that puzzle game. where you, like,
That's what it
you
is.
connect the
Okay,
lines,
yes.
and it would like take a bridge from one side, move it to the other.
It
Now-
was really weird.
And then it escalates. Goes from as like a simple basic puzzle, and it gets to a point where you're using like observatories and you're moving giant light rays around to solve a puzzle.
No, I have a question about this, actually. He said repeatedly that he kept trimming the game so that it wouldn't be redundant, right? But yet the first 4 or 5 scenes showed like a maze. Is that not redundant, or am I missing something? Was that one puzzle?
I don't know.
Because it looked like it was different locations
The
in that.
intro puzzle training.
Because like that, like I don't know, that to me just seemed redundant. Like we haven't seen it much of
Well, if
it.
they say they're trimming it down because it's redundant no matter what.
That's true. Well, he said that there's no redundancy at the end of its trimming. That's what he said, I think. But then that to me was the same thing over and over again.
There's also this I can't remember the goddamn name. Indigo Prophecy guys. They showed off the old guy in the polygons.
Oh, the
Quantic Dream.
That's
Quantum
it.
Dream.
Quantic Dream.
That was kind of cool because like how they explained like the amount of like polygons they use in each characters and, stuff.
And then there was his name David Cage with his funny accent.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm David Cage. Welcome to Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah, the characters in Heavy Rain used 15,000 polygons, I think.
What did this old guy use?
30,000.
That's awesome.
That's impressive. What do you guys think about the instant play. Starting game. It says here demos, but they also said in the conference you can start a game as soon as the first kilobyte is downloaded, and then it downloads as it goes.
Yeah, I'm wondering how far you can get into your game.
Then you get like a little buffer screen.
It's
Like-
gonna
Yeah, it
be
depends on
streaming
your
a video almost.
Start menu.
So what do you guys think about that?
The demos, it's cool. Because with the demos, you don't even download the game. It just streams it off of Sony servers because they bought Gaikai, which was a streaming service. So you just stream the demo right to your console. If you have fast enough internet connection, that'd be kind of cool. Because you don't have to wait for like I don't know however big the demo is to download.
Fucking massive.
For me, a gig takes like an hour. So
Oh,
Same here, yeah.
oh man, that sucks.
See, that's the thing though. North America generally has bad internet. So that's not good.
North America has terrible internet. Then there's the no startup times. Press on button and start playing where you left off.
Yep, it's always
so
on
so you can do
standby.
it in hibernate or sleep mode.
what concerns me is the power consumption on this. Because right now, idle consoles take up a huge amount of power. They're just sitting there on.
Really?
Yeah,
Do
they eat up a lot of power.
Then what about like? Because I do have my laptop. Like my laptop is just either hibernating or sleeping or on.
I'm not sure, but like there's a lot of people who just leave their consoles on and just sitting there. And it's just not good.
So what do you guys? Are you guys that?
I like the idea of it.
that impatient that you can't wait for it to start up. You'd rather just
Well,
unsleep it.
It was one of my big problems with consoles because I hate to bring up mobile gaming and stuff when talking about consoles, but mobile games you can pick up and instantly start playing something. It takes like 2 seconds to start up an app.
Much smaller though.
And so a console game, you gotta load your console, hit the disc, the start menu loads. You hit the start menu, and you load your game. Then the game has to load, and
It's like a 10-minute process.
yeah.
You go back farther though, and games didn't take all that long.
Cartridges.
Back when there were cartridges,
Yeah.
the cartridges were faster.
And there's no menu. It was literally just.
Turn the game on, and there's your file.
Yep. But I don't know if I would ever actually use the sleep or the hibernate function.
I think I would use it for like if I was playing a game and then like didn't want to really quit out of it.
Yeah, if I like for instance, if I was going out or was going to dinner or whatever, and I want
Yeah.
as soon as I come back and continue this, I might hibernate or
Yeah,
sleep it.
that's cool.
But like at the end of the night, I would turn off my system. I wouldn't. I feel
Definitely.
bad. I feel like I'm overworking it.
But remember the PSP had this. Remember the hold? You like flick up the power, then quickly down to hold when you're playing a game, and it would turn it off but pause it. Do you remember
Well,
that?
you could turn the system off itself, and they would resume afterward.
That too. But
So
that was fantastic.
and now there's enough RAM to hold that memory.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Let's move on to some of the social things. Sony really the whole industry I guess is moving towards all this social stuff. Facebook, sharing with friends.
Did you know that 86% of users watch their Netflix on?
Oh yeah, that's right.
On PS3.
Everyone says that. Microsoft says that. Yeah. So some of these kind of cool social things they showed off was one was the sharing like a section of your game. Another thing is that you no longer have like a PSN name.
Yeah.
So it's now your actual name.
I like that.
That's cool too.
I like
I-
having a fake name though.
So do I, but for like for creepy stuff like Reddit, I'll obviously use my fake name.
For creepy stuff.
For that.
Yeah.
But like I notice sites doing this a lot. Like your Twitter handle is usually just your name.
Yeah.
Your YouTube got rid of the username. It's just your name now.
Yeah.
So I like being able to identify myself as that, or like being able to identify yourself as Ryan Johnson, not for 195.
It's not that they're gonna do anything with your name.
Yeah.
You know, unless they.
Trademark and sue you for it.
I hope they don't do that.
Apple's making up the paperwork right now.
Yeah. Another thing that was again cool but not really necessary was the kind of you can say your buddy's having trouble getting through a certain part of their game. They can kind of come in and help you play it, reaching around, helping you build the clay pot type of deal.
See, we were talking about this today, and we were wondering if you could use this to just say you downloaded the game. I could just take control of your game and play it from my
The whole
house.
game, yeah.
Play the whole game, so I don't have to buy it. So I was wondering if we were able to abuse that.
No, they'll probably work a way around it.
They better not.
Time limits or
Because
Yeah.
then you
Time
would
limit.
both need to buy a copy of the game, right?
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you both need to have a copy to help the other person play it.
Goddamn EA.
I know.
Oh,
I hate
another
them
cool
right now,
thing.
too.
Games not locked to system.
I think that's the
That's
thing you were
fantastic.
thinking of earlier. You were trying to remember it.
Maybe.
Well, that's the same thing saying they can play used games.
Use games, yeah, that's right.
It's essentially the same. Yeah, no, but having somebody help me with that game, I would never do that. It's my game. Like I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to go through something and I can't, my brother walks in, he's like, "Give me the controller. I bet you I can do it." Like,
Nope.
no, get the fuck away from me, man. Get your own fucking game. Like I don't want people helping me with my achievements.
I don't think most people want people helping them.
No.
So it might be for younger kids, if maybe like you know.
Yeah. I used to when I was younger and I couldn't get past the Castlevania level on the old NES. I'd have my older brother do it.
But maybe they might make incentives for beating it on like a harder difficulty or something. Like remember when Halo, you had to beat it on Legendary in order to unlock the recon armor, and so people were always recruiting their friends to help them defeat the levels on Legendary in order to unlock that armor.
Was that like co-op or was that them taking over?
No, you had to finish the campaign mode, but if you couldn't do it by yourself, they would have their friends over Xbox Live come in and help them out to finish the campaign.
Yeah, but that was like co-op. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with
No,
that.
what I'm saying they might do is make incentives like that in order to.
Yeah, it could be. They're doing that right now with Dead Space 3. There's optional missions if you're single player, and then there's extra optional missions which can only be done with co-op. So you have to bring somebody in to do it. And that's mostly Carver's story. Like a lot of his narrative's told through that.
So what do you think Xbox has in store?
A constant internet connection.
Yeah.
Well, I read some like tweets about people tweeting about it, and people said it has to do everything the PS3 just announced and more.
I don't want it to. I want my consoles to be individuals. Because right now, there's not a whole lot separating the 360 from the PS3.
There was in the beginning awesome exclusives,
It's just essentially the Blu-ray player right now for me.
and then Xbox lost all the exclusives.
But I wouldn't even buy it just because of a Blu-ray
Yeah.
player.
Yeah. So I want the 360 to do something completely different from the Wii U and the PS4.
Do you have any ideas of what that could be?
Hell no.
You
Because
could order pizza from your console.
that's not a selling point.
That's what I want.
You
Like
can just load up the browser, go to the
There you go. Yeah.
Geno's Pizza website.
No, I want like an app in my Wii
Pizza
U
app.
menu
You don't have the Geno's Pizza iPhone app?
to like. I don't. No.
The Wii U will fail to update that app, and then it'll break.
Only for you.
You have
Matt.
a vendetta against against Nintendo, don't you?
Only because it broke in like the first 30 days.
I think the first week,
It
wasn't
can. Your Wii U can sense your negative energy towards it.
Hey man,
Be nice
Where-
to your Wii U.
I exert this positive aura, and it works flawlessly for me. That's why my gamepad stays charged longer.
Matt's was a kind of a different situation. He was downloading something, it stopped working. He unplugged it, right?
I had to. It was frozen. Yeah.
Because you can't hold down the power button and it restarts.
I tried that. Didn't work.
It just stops working. So you had to unplug it, which breaks the system.
You put it under pressure,
I
and it
looked it
doesn't
up
like
and
you.
Turn
I,
on YouTube,
I looked
right?
it up and it said that if any app fails to download properly, with like and it's not under some certain firmware patch or something, whatever they released, and YouTube wasn't under that patch yet, it will break the operating system. But yet when I pressed it, it was like, would you like to download this, but still load the old version of the app? I was like, sure, I want to watch YouTube.
And in Matt's defense, he loved the Wii U when he first got it.
Yep, I did.
And you love Zombie U.
Zombie was fantastic.
Don't worry, you guys will see that game on other consoles. It's gonna happen.
Because
Oh,
Ubisoft.
Just
get
'cause
outta
of
here.
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
It's too
gonna-
soon, Adriano.
it's
It
gonna
cuts
happen.
deep.
Pull it off of shelves, wait a few months to put it back, you know.
We're re-releasing it for the Wii U.
For the Wii U? Re-release?
Yeah, but alongside with the other two.
Man, that new bundle, I went to Future Shop. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. You got a couple in.
with a Pro controller.
Return your Wii and get that one.
I really should.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Although I don't care for Zombie.
I actually find myself playing my Wii more now. Now that the Wii U's out.
The Wii is a
I don't
bad
know,
console,
I'm just
man.
Playing.
I like my Wii.
It looks good though. I like the look of the Wii.
I like the Wii U. I don't like the
look of
Wii.
U.
The Wii is too like cut straight edge. I don't know. I don't like
It's
it.
harsh.
Yeah, it's harsh
No,
cut.
I think the other way around with the Wii U. Like it looks like the Wii U is a concept for the Wii. Like it looks like it was the first drawing that somebody did. So all right, we'll go with that.
It's too long, too.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a completed console.
Anyway, back to Sony. What would you guys give the PS4 right now out of 10? Let's start with you, Ellen. 10 being like, this is awesome. I'm
But
excited.
I've never really been a PlayStation fan.
But okay, but based off of what you've heard now, what would you give it? And is it a buy or a?
But am I gonna give it a rating based on how much I think it's next gen, or how much I think it's
Category 1.
How
visuals.
excited are you for it? Regardless of whether you're gonna buy it or not.
I'd give it a 4. I'm not
4?
excited about it
Oh.
at all.
Whoa.
Ryan Johnson's gonna
Oh.
fall over.
Okay, let's move on to someone who might have.
No, you guys are always hating on me for liking Nintendo, so I get to hate on you a little bit.
Okay, that's fair. I'll accept that. Matt, let's hear your nice answer.
I'm gonna say like an 8.5 or 9 for excitement level.
See? What an appropriate answer. Thank you very much.
Just
Shut
because
up,
of some of
Ryan.
some of the stuff that's hidden under the rug, kind of the confusion and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little worried, but other than that,
Is it a buy or buy day one or wait and buy, or not a buy?
at this current stage, if like nothing more exciting comes out from now until launch, it's a wait. It's like wait till maybe someone else buys it or some reviews come out.
Okay.
Unboxing video.
Yeah. And Ellen, it's not a buy for you, I assume.
I don't know. I mean, whatever.
Okay, Adriano, what do you got?
Right now I'm at like a 7 for excitement.
That's pretty good.
But like, as only because like we just watched it.
Yeah.
So, ask me again like in a week when we do our next show.
Mhm.
I'll probably be much lower in the excitement scale.
Well, it depends if they release anything new after. They could still just be following up.
as I release information, I get more excited. But
Yeah.
Okay, I've thought my argument through.
Okay, good.
I don't feel like it's a big enough step away from the PS3 that would make me change my mind about wanting a PS3.
Well,
I can agree with that.
that's a really good point because all the new stuff they talked about is all coming down the line. It's not day one stuff.
That drives me
The
crazy.
system is not launching with all the social connecting features and stuff. This is basically a souped up PS3.
And it's not backwards compatible was my issue with it as well.
Yes.
That's fine. I support that. I support that your anger about it not being backwards compatible. But I also understand why they may not make it backwards
But
compatible.
if I was going to buy a PS4, I would want to buy it so that I wouldn't have to buy a PS3, because the only reason I would buy a PS3 is for PS3
And
exclusives.
people had the same argument with PS3 and PS2, and they tried it, and it was too expensive, and that's where most of the costs are coming in because they were doing 2 processors.
Okay, wait. Let me bring something up that they mentioned at the conference. Part of their cloud services is something that can hold every single PS3 game, every single PS2 game, and every single PS1 game,
Yep.
and future PS4 games,
That's fine, but
which will allow you to play every single one.
that's fine. But the problem with it was with PS2 games on PS3 is they didn't want to emulate it.
This
Xbox-
won't be emulating because
yeah, exactly. The problem with that was they wanted to process the game itself, so they had 2 processors.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when they realized, okay, this isn't viable anymore, we need to get rid of it. That's when the price finally came down, and people lost backwards compatibility.
Mhm.
Whether or not people were willing to sacrifice one for the other, I think people kind of like that, because if you're a hardcore PS gamer and you have a PS3, I know this doesn't apply to you. If you bought a PS3, you probably already had a PS2.
mm-hmm.
Nope.
I have a PS2. But I wouldn't buy a PS3 because I wouldn't be able to play my PS2 games, because then I need to have both consoles hooked up.
day one you could have played PS2 games.
And I also mentioned this in the car on the way here.
Yes.
Is they also had
Yes.
an alternate solution.
Yes.
For people who lost that ability, they can sell a separate processor separately. They're literally a thumbstick. You plug it
Sell
in, and it's problem solved.
separately. It's not included in the console.
Okay, but it was
That's
either
a
you.
turnoff.
But it's either you pay more for the console with the chip, or you pay less for the console and buy the chip separately.
Or I buy it used later down the line.
And now you won't, because now there's a new one announced.
Yep.
Okay, well, Adriano, if you were in the market for a console right now, buy day one, wait, or not buy.
I wouldn't buy it day one.
Wait then.
I'd wait.
Wait.
I'd wait till one of you bought it.
Go over and play it.
Yeah, or until both major systems are out.
And Marty, what's your score out of 10?
6.5.
6.5. So we have a
4. Shush.
4. We got a 8.
8, 9,
8.5 to 9.
You were a
7.
7. Marty's a 6.5.
6.5. I'm gonna need a lot more clarification on the console before I'm gonna consider buying it day one.
Okay.
That's scary stuff.
There's
man.
a lot that could scare me.
Our average is above 5 though, right?
Yeah.
At this point.
So it's pretty
Well,
much
then
it's
I'm
pretty
gonna change
50
it.
50.
What was yours?
Mine's 10, man.
I'm gonna change it to a
Mine's
2
10.
to drag it down a little bit
Yours
more.
is 10?
Well, you can't know.
10 with 14
Whatever.
plus 9 or 8.
You gonna do some
Right.
math.
Nine's good. Nine. Just do a 9.
Okay. 14 plus 9 is 20. 23.
Yeah, we have phones here. We can,
Yeah,
we can do this.
calculators. Don't need to do that in your head no more.
30 plus 36. 36 and a half divided by 5.
And a half?
Because he was 6.5.
That's 9.1.
Oh,
Wait, what?
That
That
doesn't
that
sound
ain't
right.
right at all.
30, what, 36.5?
36.5 divided by 5.
Divided by 5. 7.3. So you told me by 4, not 5.
Sorry.
so now just
So which means that I'm about the average.
yeah. So this is a small survey. It's a pretty good size for Sony, I guess.
They need to show the console off. I'm with Marty on this one. I want to see the box. We made more than a box, so we didn't show it. Like, come on. That's basically. They kept saying that we made more than just a box.
My concern is they ship it with that camera thing, and where am I gonna put that? I don't know where to put it.
Beside the Wii U sensor bar
I'm
and
gonna-
the
it's gonna
On
look
top,
weird.
of,
Man,
on top of your
HDMI
Connect.
and the Xbox Connect.
It's
We,
gonna look
we
so
got a
weird.
problem here. 5.1 surround sound, like I have. My like audio, like when people talk, that speaker is right up front. So I got a sensor bar on top of something else for my computer when it's hooked up. So now I'm gonna have a sensor bar, another thing, something else on top of this speaker, and this thing's shaking when it's a
Sticky
disaster.
Sticky tack everything together.
Oh, good lord.
You'll be good with that.
Well, there's no rant this week, since it was all PS4 based.
Fucking
I did a-
Ubisoft.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck Ubisoft.
I do have some clarification for that processor jargon if you wish to hear it.
Sure. Good.
I did some research. Okay, so basically there is the x86 is basically an instruction set that processors will use. I was stuck in my PC land, so I kind of learned one way and went with that. So this is some internet clarification research. So basically, it refers to the architecture course is an instruction set, as I said, but it's supposed to be like x86-16 or -32 or -64 for the different bits, correct?
Okay.
But because of just the industry jargon and that sort of deal, they sometimes just call it x86 and that's it, without the dash. So it can be 64, but it can be 32. However, normally with processors, as I found on Wikipedia here, it says although most x86 processors used in new personal computers and servers have 64-bit capabilities to avoid compatibility problems with old computers or systems, the term x86-64 or x64 is often used to denote the 64-bit software, with the x86 implying only 32-bit. Hence my confusion, because obviously I'm comparing it to computers.
Okay. So Adriano was right in saying it was 64.
It's either it can be 32. This is the problem.
Oh my
This is the problem here. I'm gonna explain this. I'm going over this.
I'm gonna try to visually map somewhere.
Okay, x86 is the instruction set, which is used by processors. It's a certain type of processor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That can be 16, 32, or 64-bit,
Okay.
right? Okay, because it's just an instruction set. It's how the processor does its things. That's all it is. But in modern day computers, 64-bit, instead of putting it as like x86 dash like 64 for the bit, they just call it x64, which was my confusion.
So if it's labeled x86, it's generally just 64.
It's either 64-bit in new computers, which it probably will be for the PlayStation 3, but it could be 32 and it could be 16, but they won't be 16 obviously. But what they're saying is x86 is the name of the instruction set that the processor just uses to do its thing, do its math.
Okay.
So it can be any of that. See, that's another thing they're beating around the bush. Is it should be? They should just say it's a 64-bit. I'm going to say 90% is 64-bit.
Okay.
But
it explains my program files folder.
That makes sense though, because when they said last three decades, they did say x86 is a 30-year-old instruction set. Hopefully that clears that up.
It does.
Yeah, true, Dad.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to confuse people.
I understand a lot better now. I'm good.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the special edition PlayStation 4 Day 1 patch. Hopefully, there's not a Day 1 patch for the PS4. Hopefully we won't see that. Yeah, that's
There
right.
will be, man.
But you can always
we should buy up advertising space on the screen.
yeah. Yeah. Remember to like and
Mm.
subscribe on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/Day1Patch Podcast. Also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can check out our website. Still a work in progress.
Yep.
Day1Patch.ca.
I got beta 4 half done.
Very nice. Hope you join us next week. See ya.
Peace.